Yo, what's up, my people? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very, very much for joining us today. We got UFC 300, amazing card. Tons of really, really good fights. I just want to get something out of the way though. These sort of cards are very, very tricky from a pick and bets prediction. A lot of these fights are very, very hard to predict, and you're going to get strong opinions on both sides of the spectrum. You can't really argue with either side. So be careful, guys. I know it's easy to get excited. You want to have a lot of action. You think you have a really, really strong opinion on each fighter, but have good risk management. Don't get too excited. Remember, it's cliche, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. Find good positions to put your money into. And also make sure to like, comment, and sub. And also, thank you for 25 subscribers. I know some people might laugh at me, but I appreciate all the follows, all the likes, all the subs, and all the nice comments that you guys leave. And also, if you want to jump in on a service, we've got pre-fight betting tips, live betting tips, betting Discord. You're going to have access to myself, some heavy hitters. I'm going to be dropping voice notes throughout the week, helping you guys become better, profitable gamblers. So yeah, get in, money back guarantee. If you don't like the service, you find sports betting, invest in the sports betting markets is not for you. No problem. Send me a message. So let's get right into it. So the first fight of the night, we have Cody Garbrandt versus Figueiredo. This was obviously the first booked for a 125 title fight, but there's no way Cody Garbrandt's making 125. Neither is Fig anymore. Cody Garbrandt's very, very skilled here. And we're getting odds around 1.35 for Figgy, and I can't really argue with it too much, but because Figgy is probably going to take one good shot from Figgy to get a knockout. But from a betting point perspective and a betting point of view, I don't really want to have a bet on this fight. I don't think. Cody Garbrandt's very, very skilled, very, very fast. He's got power in his hands, and he could potentially clip Figgy, hurt Figgy. Even though Figgy's a good fighter, I do think he's a little bit on a decline. So from a betting point of view, I don't want anything to do with it, but I am going to pick Deiveson Figueiredo to get probably a brutal knockout in round one, maybe round two. So next fight here, we got Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. Interesting little matchup here. Jim Miller, OG game, been fighting for decades. At one point, I think everyone thought, yeah, he's shot, he's washed, all this stuff. Like his fight career's over. But he's got longevity. He keeps getting these wins. Bobby Green's a gangster as well. Got to show respect to Bobby Green. Now, the first thing I want to get out of the way is that Bobby Green got brutally knocked out 4 months ago against Jalin Turner. I know in the past, I think everyone kind of overrated knockouts, saying this fight got knocked out. They're not going to be performing as well in the next fight. That's not really how it's played out. The fighters just seem to get back into it. Of course, every fight's different. Some fighters may lose confidence if they get knocked out. But that a late stoppage he took from Jalin Turner, that was brutal stuff. And that was only like 4 months ago. We're getting Bobby Green around 1.53, so 2-1. And I do agree with him being the favourite. I just think he's just the more fluid striker. I trust his cardio more. He's a little bit younger, a little bit more less wear and tear. So I am going to pick Bobby Green here, but Bobby Green's a guy who can let you down. And he can make fights very, very competitive against Tony Ferguson. The wash version of Tony Ferguson, round one, that was pretty sketchy stuff. And plus with a knockout he took a couple months ago, it's not really one I'm looking to target from a betting perspective. But give me Bobby Green there. I think round one might play out quite competitive, but then Bobby Green's going to take round two, round three. Go by decision. Could play out very, very competitive though. Next fight here, we got Marina Rodriguez versus Jessica Andrade. Interesting little fight here. Another good matchup. This is a striker versus grappler matchup here. And the odds around 50-50, you get pick 'em. And I can't argue with the odds. I think if it stays standing, Marina Rodriguez is going to win. She's a far superior Muay Thai striker. She's nasty in the clinch. She's got a lot of skills on the feet. But, huge but, her ground game is awful. She's got bad takedown defense. If you do get her down to the mat, she's a little bit of a turtle. And Jessica Andrade, She has a lot of these powerful slams. Her wrestling's not the best, but she can just like pick people up and slam them. And if she does get some top control on Marina, that could possibly be enough to steal the round completely. So I agree with the odds being 50-50. From pick perspective, I'm going to pick Jessica, but I don't see much of an edge here. And either fighter could possibly look like immense value here. But yeah, give me Jessica Andrade to get a decision. Next fight here, we got Jalin Turner versus Renato Moicano. Another good fight here. Moicano is well-rounded. He's got good grappling, good striking, just an all-round good fighter. But he does have durability issues. Jalin Turner, devastating striker, a lot of speed, a lot of power, good technique. Guy's been making improvements to his game. Now, I'm going to pick Jalin Turner here. I think he's just going to be faster, sharper, quicker on the feet. But he's a bit of a glass cannon as well. He can get chins. And if Moicano can get him down to the mat, he could definitely probably grind it on Jalin. Jalin's obviously been improving his ground game. He's much better than he previously was, but he can get a little bit lost on the mat. So I'm still going to pick Jalin Turner here. Around odds of 1.47. I think the odds are accurate. I don't really see much about margin or edge there. And you're paying a heavy price, but I think Jalin Turner is going to get a round one knockout. So give me Jalin Turner there in that spot. Next fight here, we got Sodiq Yusuff versus Diego Lopes, another striker versus grappler matchup here. Although Diego Lopes, like, he's shown some good boxing skill set, but on the feet, you've got to favour Sodiq Yusuff. He's for the high level competition. Power puncher, big power in his hands, got the more UFC experience. His fight against Mike Davis, who's a very, very skilled opponent in Dana White Contender Series, legendary stuff. He's got some good takedown defense. He can get taken down, but he pops back up. Very, very powerful. So this is another tricky fight to call, guys. Like, I think I'm gonna go with. I think the value is on Sodiq, but this is tricky fight to call. I think because Diego Lopes looks nasty on the mat. Evloev was struggling. Evloev's a higher level grappler, and Diego Lopes was getting him in a lot of tricky submissions and positions. I think Diego Lopes is a guy who's been making improvements, leveling up his game. So this is one I don't want to have a bet on again. I know I'm boring, but I just see this as another high risk, high volatility type of fight. I can see many different outcomes, and I can't really argue with people picking Diego Lopes. So yeah, give me Sodiq there, possibly by KO or decision. Next fight here, can't wait for this one. We got Kayla Harrison versus Holly Holm. I'm going to pick Kayla Harrison here, but the odds are just atrocious, 1.21. I know Holly Holm is 42 now. She's definitely on decline. And I know she's on decline in that, but just I can't get behind that at 1.22. I don't think Kayla Harrison looked that good in her PFL performances. So yeah, not really want to have interest in, but Kayla Harrison by decision. The next fight here, we got Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling, the former champion, moving up from bantamweight to featherweight. Very, very, no pun intended, funky and tricky grappler. And the odds are fairly close here. Aljamain Sterling's a slight favourite, and I'm going to agree. I think he's going to get the win here, but there's some question marks with Calvin Kattar's takedown defense. It's a little bit of an unknown. He's mainly just been predominantly facing strikers on the feet. I'm going to favour Calvin Kattar. I think he's one of the better boxers in the UFC, and he's also a lot bigger. He's 5'11" versus 5'7". He's a naturally filled out featherweight. This is his natural weight class. So there's a lot of things going for Calvin Kattar, but I think Aljamain Sterling could probably just grab a hold of him, stall him, clinch him, and just make it a grappling-based decision type of performance. But yeah, so give me Aljamain Sterling in that spot. I think he gets a decision. But from a betting point of view, I see some guys take some early money on Aljamain Sterling at Pick'em, and I can see why. I think you secure some good closing line value, but this is another fight that has a lot of question marks. Calvin Kattar's come back from that foot injury. Was it ankle? I can't remember, but yeah. Interesting fight. Really looking forward to this one. Now we got a bang of a matchup here. We got Jiří Procházka versus Aleksandar Rakić. Now when I first started researching this fight, I was thinking, yeah, Rakić is probably going to get a win. It's going to be an unconfident pick, but I'm going to pick Jiří to get the win here. Obviously, Rakić is very, very well-rounded. Good technical striker. Can grapple. Just all-round very, very solid. Jiří's a man. Like, you see this guy's training for it, and you're like, oh, he's a bum. He sucks. He's this, he's that. But like, when he gets in there, he's going to come forward. He's got power in his hands. He's going to put up pressure. He's unorthodox. His strikes come from different angles. And I think he could just put the pressure on Rakić here and get the win, make it an uncomfortable fight. But from a technical point of view, I do kind of think Rakić is the better fighter. But I think Jiří's pace, pressure is going to get to Rakić. We could probably get a decision, possibly knockout. I think Rakić is going to be pretty hard to finish. Jiří was making it a pretty uncomfortable fight for Pereira. It looked like the pressure was getting to Pereira at certain points in that matchup. So yeah, give me Jiří there to get the job done. Next fight here, we've got Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. And guess what? I do actually have a bet on this fight. I'm missing a slide here, but I have 0.75 units on Arman Tsarukyan here. I know it's a scary proposition. There's probably not that much margin or value in the line. I got some of the earlier prices. I'll try and post a slip up in here if I can work out how to edit the video. But I just think he could get a grappling decision here. I think Arman Tsarukyan's on the rise. I think he's making improvements. And I just have a gut feeling that he's just going to come out looking incredible in this fight. Charles Oliveira, very, very well-rounded, good Muay Thai skill set. Great striker, great fighter, great personality. Love this guy to death. But I just think it's Arman Tsarukyan's era now. And I think he's going to get a dominant grappling decision here. And I think he could stand with Charles Oliveira on the feet. And I think Arman Tsarukyan is going to be challenging for a belt real soon. So yeah, give me Arman Tsarukyan there to get the job done. Next fight here, we got Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage. I'm going to pick Cody Brundage here. I think he's going to completely dominate. It should be easy work for him. I don't know why the odds are like this. I think the odds are crazy. Now, in all reality, Bo Nickal, easy win. This is a bit of a joke of a matchup. Shout out to Cody Brundage for taking this fight. But Bo Nickal is just Bo Nickal by anything he wants. Probably a round one submission. Next fight here. Really, really looking forward to this fight. We've got Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Superb matchup here. Now, I think my first initial instinct was Gaethje's going to kill him. Gaethje's going to dominate. We saw Max go up to lightweight previously against Dustin Poirier, and he looked too small, and Dustin Poirier was too powerful. And Justin Gaethje's that animal. He's a beast. He's very, very powerful. He's been making improvements to his game. He used to be that come forward type of guy, put it all on the line, but now he's a lot more patient, a lot more calm. He fights a lot more composed. And he's definitely been leveling up his skill set and his overall style. But Max Holloway is one of the greats, guys. Like, Max Holloway is one of the best to ever do it. So betting against one of the best to ever do it at 2-1 is something that I have not much interest in. I think Max Holloway could make this quite an interesting matchup. He's always been a very, very big featherweight. I saw his pictures on Instagram. He looks like he's been putting muscle on, putting some muscle mass for his weight up. I still think Gaethje is going to be the bigger guy there, naturally. But Max Holloway's got a very, very good skill set, very, very good boxing, and just overall very, very well-rounded, iron chin. I think he's never been dropped, which is crazy. So I'm still going to pick Gaethje here, but I think this is closer to maybe a 55-45 Gaethje, maybe 60-40 Gaethje. So yeah, give me Gaethje in that spot, but I think this is going to play out very, very competitively, and I think Max Holloway has potential for the upset. Next fight here, we got our first ever, I believe, China versus China fight here. Superb high-level matchup here. Really, really, really looking forward to this fight. No sarcasm, I'm genuinely looking forward to this fight. Xiaonan, I love her striking. She's got a little bit of power, a little bit of pop on her punches. And Weili Zhang here, incredible fighter, very, very well-rounded. Now, I think the line, I wouldn't touch Weili Zhang at around these odds of 1.28. It's a high-level matchup. championship type of fight. A lot in 25 minutes, a lot of stuff can happen, a lot of unexpected things. Xiaonan is a very, very good fighter. So I have no interest here from a betting perspective, but I am going to pick Weili Zhang here because I think she's just a little bit faster, a little bit more sharp on the feet. Plus, she's got the grappling in her back pocket, and I don't entirely trust Zhang's ground game at all. I do believe Zhang can get takedowns here and potentially completely dominate on the mat. On the feet, I think she's just a little bit sharper, a little bit faster. But if it's a 25-minute kickboxing fight, I'm still going to favour Zhang, but I don't love her chances here. The reason why this line's so wide is because Weili Zhang has got the grappling in her back pocket. So I'm going to pick her here to get the job done. Probably be by round and pound finish, maybe round 2-3. But yeah, no bet there from me. Now we go to the main event. Amazing fight here. Striker's delight. Super high level fight. Jamahal Hill, I have a little bit of concerns here. He's coming back from an injury. Apparently a very serious one. Who knows, maybe he was pressured into taking this fight. He's not 100% fully recovered. And I've been going back and forth with this fight, guys. I think this is a tricky fight to call. I'm going to pick, at first I picked Jamahal Hill. I'm going to pick Alex Pereira here. But if Jamahal Hill wins, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think I'm going to pick Alex Pereira here because I just think he's the overall more diverse striker here. He's got the boxing, he's got the kicks, he's got more kickboxing experience. But Jamahal Hill's no joke. I love Jamahal Hill's game. Very skilled. Beautiful straight punches. Got iron chin. Crazy pace, crazy pressure. So maybe the pressure and the pace could get to Alex Pereira here. Like in this light heavyweight fight against Jan Blachowicz, he didn't look that good. Looked like pressure was a little bit getting to Alex Pereira against Jiří Procházka. But I'm just going to trust Alex Pereira to get the job done here. He's beat Izzy multiple times. And I just think he has more tools on the feet. But this is a risky fight to call and predict and bet on, in my opinion. So I wouldn't be touching it. Maybe if you get big underdog odds on Jamahal Hill, it might be worth a little bit of action. But Alex Pereira is one of the best to ever do it in the fighting game. So I'm not really that interested of fading him. But yeah, give me Alex Pereira there to get the job done, probably by knockout. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, sub, check out my channel. Got sports betting content, educational videos, and yeah, I'll probably put out maybe a best bets video out for this card. And yeah, good luck with your bets, good luck with the action, and thank you for tuning in.